Good morning from Zachary Sweeps. There's a couple of things not right with this stove. The first part is, look, you can see like where someone's put too much fire cement around the joint there, and basically, of course, when it heats up, the metal expands, and then that's why it cracks. So you always must just try and keep it as level as possible around the edge here. Don't overspill it. Don't put it at an angle where it's going up like someone's done here. You can tell because of the discoloration. Because what will happen is these two metal pipes, for the collar and the pipe, will expand, and then what happens is that it pushes the cement out. So I'm just going to do the first stage now. Right, hi. Just put a little bit of fire cement around the edge there, as you can see, and as you can see, I haven't put it as high up as whoever put the fire cement before, and the reason being is this metal pipe and this collar will expand, and then it will crack, and then basically what will happen is it'll push it up. So that's the next part. Right, basically, as you can see, I have sprayed that pipe. As you can see, there's no overspill on cement on either side. So the next problem this customer's having is that it is downdrafting. If you put your hand in there now, it feels like there's a window open, but it's really downdrafting. Obviously, the customer's struggling to get it to light. So I'm going to show her how to do it. Right, that's what you do when you've got a downdraft in your chimney. Basically, fill it up with paper. If you can get your hand in where the throat plate is, just up in there, it's a good idea. Put a little bit in there, 'cause this one's really blowing down. So gonna get it started now. Right, we've had a bit of a blowback on this one, so I've had to put plenty of paper and kindling to get it to draw. And now we're going to shut the door. Excuse the bleeping. And then hopefully I'll come back and show you it working. Right, that's it. It's drawing. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't, because they're so cold inside because of the weather that we've been having, the rain and especially like the frost that we've had last night. It's been a challenge, this one, to get a light, because basically what it's tried to do is the smoke's tried to obviously come back into the room because it won't go up a cold flue. That's why it's really important to use paper, lots of paper first. Put it on the plate and get it in there, because as soon as you can get that flue warm, it will draw really well. And as you can see, it's drawing really well, but it set all the alarms off, and it's a bit smoky in here. So we've opened that window there, and we've got the back door and the corner there that's open, so we'll get rid of that smell in a minute. But this is what's happening to the customer. Every time they've been using it, they're getting smoke coming back into the room, and it's, of course, they're not using it. So you know, you spend all that money on these appliances, and you want to be able to use it. And obviously not many people advise you on what to do when your chimney doesn't draw, and this is exactly what you've got to do. Sometimes it won't draw straight away. I did put some paper up on top of the throat plate so it could go straight up the chimney, but this one was so cold that you could actually feel the wind blowing down it and downdrafting. But like, as you can see now, there's no smoke around, just the smell of it, and then that'll draw really well. As you can see, you can't even see that bit that I just did just a minute ago, because it's all gone. There's no smell from it. Oh, look, you can see, and you can see where it's drying out as well. Looks a bit more patchy than what it. Well, you can see the areas where the dark paint hasn't dried off yet, but it is drying very quickly. But the joint's all spotless and fine, and the chimney is drawing really well. So sometimes I have had to do it in the past where you've got to persevere with the smoke. The smoke comes drawing back into the room, it's really important that, you know, you get the flue warm. As soon as that flue's warm, as soon as you can't touch that pipe, which I wouldn't recommend anyway, which would be here, but you'll be able to feel how warm it is. As soon as that pipe's warm, then you'll have no issues with it. But make sure you open the vents up fully before you start having your fires, before you first start, because you want to try and make it like the air being sucked in, it'll suck the flame up the chimney a little bit, just to get it to dry out. But now this will work fine. There'll be no issues with this at all. What my recommendation would be for this is to let it die down, because you ain't gonna have to worry about the smoke downdraft. And what will happen now is you see the log on the left, just there where my finger is. Get a couple of more of them. That's not so bad doing that. I don't recommend people put them around their fireplaces. Yeah, they might look pretty, but it's dangerous, and you're just asking for trouble if you leave your logs on either side. Don't matter if it's like the odd one or two that is drying out to go on the fire, but you get people that fill them all up all over it. And then that's when they have the issues with it. So as you can see now, it's working fine. So hopefully this will help you. And as I've said, perseverance is the way forward with these fires.